Welcome back, everybody. It's Creative Redundancy back again. The one known as CR, like it says on the screen, that I'm actually purposely moving on the screen. Make it more dramatic. Let me just put this over here on the side here. Put it on my side chat here. Like some other things. Turn that off. See? So hopefully everyone's doing well this morning. Maybe this afternoon, well, no, it's still, what, 10:30 out east. It's not quite afternoon yet on the Atlantic side. Alright, hopefully everyone's doing well, like I said. And this is just me reconnecting with my viewers out there. And so much more. And like always, it is up to us. It is up to us. So hopefully everyone's doing well, like I said. While I wait for some people to drop in here, I'll say something on the side chat. Maybe I'll pop that in on the screen here. Yeah, woo, woo. Morning, Vay. How are you doing, Verna? Hopefully you're doing well. I guess I should make sure my phone's charging. That'd be a good idea, too. So, yes. Good morning to you, too. I'll just sing it along. Speak of which, it's time for that coffee, right? Yeah. It's time for that coffee. It's above freezing here. At least for today. Too bad next week it'll be like seasonal again. I'm getting 72 hours above freezing. Like the whole day. Like even at night. I was just like, yes. I went outside this morning. I was just like, dang, it's warm outside. Or not cold outside. I'm even getting sunlight today too. So again, I get plenty of solar thermal energy and solar energy today. I'm like, yay! Charge up my solar lights at the same time. And amongst some other green plants I have, so they can do their photosynthesis type of thing. Got my coffee mug, aka soup mug, you know. So hopefully everyone's doing, hey, look who it is! It's going on Vancouver Island. Hi, Lisa! I just saw your video. A couple days today. You probably already left me a comment. I didn't notice it at first. So if you left me a reply, I didn't see it. Because I already came on to the stream side. Hopefully you're doing awesome. You could tell in that video that you did, I had selective hearing on that. I was just like, she said it. She said it while she was in that corner. And I noticed the CR in the word too. You notice that? Selective hearing. Morning! Wow, it's so cold your camera didn't work? Dang. Yeah. I know you're live tomorrow morning at this time, Verna. I'll try to jump in. Oh, you had something hump into your garden, I see. Oh, I see, Elise. Yeah, nice. Yippers, please do. Yep, it's gonna be a nice day today. I'm trying to get some stuff going. I actually started something. We'll see if it sprouts. I like literally just started it today. I just watered it like 20 minutes ago. I should check on it. Make sure it's actually, yeah, double check this. I gotta remember that since what I'm using was dry, the soil may be hydrophobic initially. Just growing something in a very small container. We'll see how it goes. I've had mixed results with it at times, with these microgreens at times. I need a better setup, I think. Something. I'm thinking about it since today's Friday, TGIF. Thank goodness I'm fabricating something. Or thank goodness it's finally warmer outside. Yeah, that too. Oh, you still need to plant that garlic? Oh, you may make a video on it later? Nice. Cool. Like I said, I'm just trying something out here. Yeah, I need to add a little bit more water. I should have added water beforehand. A little bit more, but whatever. It's part of the experimentation, part of the learning process, part of using what you have and all that stuff. That place looks nice, Lise. By the way, I thought after seeing that video, I'm like, dang, you know, it rocks. Like literally, it will once you actually like, set it in stone on that path. It sounded funnier in my head, by the way. It sounded funnier in my head. It sounded better in my head. So yeah, I'm just growing something in a very small container. Microgreens. We'll see. I wanna try this out. I never tried it so fresh. Or like literally the seeds aren't even that old. Like literally they were like a couple weeks. Because today there's a scheduled video for this afternoon, by the way, because it's Friday. So I have another scheduled video, as I've decided to do my scheduling on the YouTube side on Fridays now. And my shorts will probably come out on Wednesday. Unless otherwise, If there's a specific event, situation, holiday, yeah, there might be, outside of that period of time. But generally speaking, you will see the shorts on Wednesday and the long form content on Friday. Generally in the afternoon time. It may sprout your interest, but you'll have to wait and see how that all turns out. I added in something too on that. We'll see if you notice it in the video later today. Or if you're catching this on the replay, well then the video might be already out. But it's scheduled for later this afternoon. Kinda 3 p.m. Pacific, 6 Eastern. Oh, and by the way, that video is like several weeks old or behind real time. It doesn't look like that now. Hey, Howie's in here. Morning, Howie. Yesterday I didn't realize you were going on live, by the way, Howie. Like I said, everyone's always going on live at the same time. It just happens. I'm like, oh, I already scheduled it. I already committed to it, right? So I'm like, well, I gotta do it now. I can't just undo that. And I didn't have time later to reschedule the time. I'm like, today I looked. I'm like, okay, Howie's not on live this time. Like yesterday morning. I'm like, okay. I double checked. I was like, okay, no one's on live. I think I'll go live now. Yeah, you got your coffee, Howie? Or maybe your smoked salmon, right? Oh yeah, this is good coffee. So yes, I'm starting another batch of microgreens. Again. I think it's that time. Actually, I need to actually get better at doing it. I mean, you just sprout it, but I mean, I'm trying to get better at more consistency. Yeah, consistency of it, at least. Or at least so it's kind of more predictable of a manner where I'm like, I kind of know, I can kind of like show or at least pretend that I know what I'm doing here. I mean, I'm still trying to learn this and using what I have, of course, right? I mean, like whatever container I have or whatever, but we'll see, we'll see. I got like 10 in here. We'll see how long it takes. We'll see if it will sprout by next Friday. That'll be fun. Oh, actually, it could. Actually, it could sprout. Well, not this weekend, but the following weekend. We'll see how it all turns out. I remember that, Lisa. I remember that you were talking. You were. I was just like, why is she whispering it? I'm like, oh, because my neighbors might hear me. I don't know what they think about me. Why is she her whispering? Oh, I'm mimicking what she said. Oh, sorry. Did I say that out loud? Oh wait, I didn't say it out loud. Just say, "What's up, Colin? I see you in there." Like, just be. I mean, my neighbors know that I record. I talk out loud. I mean, really, if you really think about it, at least if you think about, just be like, hey, I'm on the phone, right? People talk on the phone all the time out loud. If you think about it, people do that, right? They'll probably just think you're on the phone, talking to someone, just pretending during these live streams, just pretend you're talking to someone. I mean, they're not done trying to eavesdrop over here, but I mean, like, if they hear you talking, they'll be like, oh, they must be talking to someone, right? I mean, nowadays, a lot of more people are live streaming, talking to people online and stuff like that openly anyways, right? So, it shouldn't be that much of a shock to hear someone, right? And I'd be like, oh, they must be on the phone. They're talking to someone, right? Hmm. Yep. Yep. True. Oh, really, Colin? Okay, cool, cool. Yeah. Yeah, so, I mean, one of my neighbors knows that I do it. Because, like, I'm, like, taking pictures of my sunflower. Well, I see, for anyone that didn't see that last sunflower video that I did, well, as you could see in there was footage slash pictures of it at night, and I'm taking pictures at night, and my neighbors they're like, see her, I see some flashing lights behind, but I'm like, yeah, I'm taking pictures with flash. My neighbor knows that now. All right. It's to get better contrast, so you can see the color better, and and see it at night and during the day. So now they know about that. So randomly, when they see the flash, they're like, "Oh yeah, see, they're taking a picture randomly of the sunflower. He must be doing another video. He must be posting that content." So my neighbor knows I do it. So they already know I do it, among some other things. And I've been growing that relationship. Platonic relationship. Let's get that straight, everyone. Platonic relationship with them. Just to be clear on that. Oh, I see. What's up, Prep Word? I see you in there. I see you there. Oh, oops. Clicked on the wrong thing there. Man, like I said, Verna, I mean, people live stream, do videos all the time. I always just assume people are just talking to someone, right? I mean, it's just like when you see someone talking randomly, you don't see a phone in their hand, but you realize, oh wait, they got an earpiece, headset, Bluetooth in their ear, right? I mean, even sometimes when I'm like looking, trying to say something to someone, I'm like, oh, sorry, you're on the phone. I didn't realize, because sometimes you don't see it, right? You don't see it, or they're listening, or you don't see their headset on the one side or something like that. I'm like, oh, right. I just assume nowadays everyone is doing it one way or another somehow, I'm like, oh, sorry, you're on the phone. I'll give you a moment, right? I didn't realize you were on the phone. I mean, that happens. I've done that before to people or whatever, or they turn around, I see their earpiece, and I'm like, oh, you're on the phone, my bad, right? That's why I always give an indication when people see me. I'm like, that kind of like that what hang loose sign that mimics the I'm on the phone kind of hand signal, with the pinky and your thumb, you know. You're the frog queen. Well, I guess so. And that's why I hopped over to watch that video. I watched it this morning. I was like a couple days late. I was just like, oh, I gotta check out this new. I gotta check out this new garden bed. I mean, obviously it's in the work, in the process, but at least now I've seen it beforehand. I've seen the before, quote unquote, image of it, picture / video. Can't wait to see it later. Actually, I can't wait to see it in the spring. Oh, I know she's gonna be like, I bet you anything she's got all these plans for the spring right now. She's gonna rock that garden. Oh, it's gonna be so awesome. I'm gonna enjoy it very much. I mean, much. Sorry. Dirty garden jokes today. Yeah, okay, Louise. I need to grow a relationship with my neighbors. They are just starting to sprout up and down. Well, let's see, where am I at? Thanks. Yeah. Yeah, I know one. It's been on my mind, by the way. I've been dropping the leaves out there. I still have time for it. That's why. I'm utilizing the nice weather that I'm getting right now as much as possible. Increasing the surface area to kind of speed up the process a little bit more. That way I can add more back in again. Because obviously the bed's empty right now. Well, not empty, but it's not growing anything right now. Or barreling anything. So I figured I might as well... Yeah, because November, December, January, February. Yeah, for the next 5 months. So I might as well add some fertility back in, or chop and drop back in. Hopefully it'll help. Maybe not necessarily next year, like I've said in the past, but in future years to come. Get some more organic matter in the ground. Because I've noticed more and more I'm getting less and less pooling of water, which means that it's saturated. It's soaking into the ground and like a sponge, like Howie would say. I've noticed that. Even those times that, we got as much rain in one day as the whole month, for example, right? I was like very minimal pooling, just maybe like as round as like a coffee mug or a coffee cup, right? That kind of pooling. It wasn't major. I was just like, yes, Because I look at the grass, I was just like, it's pooling, and like I look at the garden bed, I'm like, well, it's not pooling. You know, I don't even see like anything or very minimal of it. I was just like, well, this, I'm seeing. It looks like it seems like I'm seeing something in there. So I'm like, yes, yes, the hashtag pathway soil bank, yeah, and layers, layers, just like winter has layers. What did that say? You will see what you have in the next video that you haven't made yet. Yeah, I know, right? It's just like, yeah, you'll see it in the next video that I haven't made yet. It's a work in progress, right? Oh, okay. Where am I at? 6 in the house? All right, cool. So I'm charging my phone here. All right, as I'm looking, you know what I just realized I made the rookie mistake. I forgot to put drain holes at the bottom of the container. I might have to. I'll do it later, or make sure I don't overwater it. One of the two. Well, we'll try this out. I got some seeds to spare for this time, so I noticed that I'm like, like I said in the last, like, maybe not necessarily the last live stream I did yesterday, but the previous one, I've said it in Howie's live stream, I said it in their live stream. Yeah, I've been drying some seeds. Like literally I have the table full of seeds. Just like, I'm not even joking, I still have more. See, you guys can hear it. Shake. I had to dry them out. I've been sorting these out, actually. I still have to sort some of these out. You know, take out some of the duds that I clearly can see that probably will not germinate. Because there's no seed on the inside. Or it's very, very, very small. Yeah, so like some of these are just not thinning it out, right? I guess if people thin out the seeds during the spring, I figure I might as well thin out the seeds in the fall beforehand. Why go? Especially if I got so many, I'm like, I might as well kind of, how do I do? Filter it down to kind of filter it down, I guess, for lack of a better word. You talk to nature too. Hey, it's Herbert. What's up, Dan? Check it out, Colin. He's in with us. How are you doing, man? Yes. That is who he is, Mr. Colin. Who also goes live on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 Eastern. And every time in between. And sometimes he randomly does another live stream randomly some other time. Every so often. Because he was live last night. Well, I know you too, Colin. I mean, I just saw you like last night. Well, I mean, in the chat anyways. I didn't appear on panel, but I was there. It's because Myrna, I'm on the streaming side. I would have to go over onto the YouTube side, or you guys. I know you guys have some wrenches in there because I can see them on the screen. Like I said, I'll show you guys here. Let's see. Where's that widget here? See, I'll pop this on this. Please tell me it's working. Okay. Well, I know I could pop an overlay for the chat if I really wanted to. I need. I just realized I didn't see the live chat. The live chat is available. I forgot to enable the live chat. The replay of the chat after the fact on the replay because it's not sent by default. Well, the live chat itself, like the live chat that you guys see right now, that's hi Shawnee, is enabled by default. How are you doing? I like how Shawnee just wrote hello with a question mark. Hi Shawnee, how are you doing? Good morning. How's it going? How's it going? Hopefully you're doing well. Ah, I know I gave Shawnee the channel moderator thing the last time. It's because I forgot. See, I forgot to, like I said, I forgot to put in the chat where the live chat is available on the replay because I usually use that and go back into it to add the wrenches back in or the spanners or the moderators, whatever you want to call it. Because people call it all three. I start to learn that. I was like, people call it spanner, wrench, moderator. It's all the same in this case. It's Friday! Yeah, I know, right, Johnny? It's like, yeah! Yeah, it's Friday. Like I said earlier, Shawnee, I am sprouting some microgreens in my hand right now. Eventually. I really hope, anyways. Really hope, anyways. Maybe I need to, like, drain some. I didn't put any drain holes at the bottom, unfortunately. I was kind of, like, a noob on that. Kind of, like, slipped my mind away. So but I'll let some of the water evaporate. It's because I didn't actually pre-soak the seeds or the soil, or the soil I'm using. So it'll be fine, I guess. I'll just have to evaporate more of the water, I guess. I have it open. Maybe I'll just set it in the sun for a little bit. I guess we'll see, but it'll be a while. It's not the sprout right now. It'll be like next week, hopefully. Hopefully, I'll be able to have something to go along with the green onions I got. Yes, I do have the green onions. I've shown them briefly on the live streams. You don't know what to do. There's too much. Well, I guess you got a very abundant problem there. Oh yeah, Colin. You said you wanted to do something like that. You're working on it. I know you've been talking about that over on your streams, wanting to do stuff like that. We'll see how it all pans out, eh? But first, we gotta get through today. And first, listen to me on this live stream. Yeah. So I've been thinking of trying something over the winter. We'll see. I don't want to jinx it by saying it, but it's just something that I'm just gonna try it out. Try it out. Just like Pest Hunters Outdoors Jason Molly would say, just tries. Pick up a new hobby. Or a new skill. I'm like, I'm gonna try this out. Why not? Never tried it before. Let's see. If it goes well, it goes well. If it doesn't, well, okay. But if it goes well, then I would learn something, and I'd be like, oh, I can add that into the knowledge bank or whatever you want to call it, right? The skill bank or whatever, right? Maybe gain some experience with it. We'll see how it all turns out. Because one of the things is, like, I've had a garden bed for a bit, right? But I'm trying to actually get better at the container gardening aspect of it, right? It's a little bit different. Because you got to do it in a certain way. You got to... the watering and all that stuff. And as Howie would say, container gardening is mobile. So I've been turning the container every so often. So the sunlight comes back around on the other side. Because I have it on a south-facing window right now. It's actually getting some sun right now because I'm getting some sun in this window right now. Yeah, this container gardening takes some extra work. Yeah, exactly, because you gotta water more frequently because it doesn't have that buffer. Well, frankly, you just don't have that much dirt or the soil in the container, and it dries out faster for what it is because it doesn't have the volume like a large garden bed or large garden bed can. I'm gonna try this out. Like I said, I've tried it out the last few years, but I want to try something else out. I want to try, I don't know. I just want to try, just see for myself. And besides, it's kind of nice to see, you know, when it's kind of colder out, way below freezing, and I see some green plants, you know, and some sunlight going through them, and all that stuff. Something about that, you know, might help with that seasonal associated disorder, sad, and all that stuff. And besides, it might sprout my interest to want to doing it more, especially if it's not so too complicated or relatively straightforward. I'm relatively getting success, you know. Keep maintaining that success and try new things out, you know. A couple things at times don't pan out, that I admit, but for everything that doesn't pan out, there is those things that do pan out or work well. But the only way to do something is sometimes just to doing it, right? Just try it out, right? While it's easy. While it's relatively easy. Hi, sunflowers. How are you doing? It's nice to see you again. Hope you're doing well. Thanks, Colin. Yeah, exactly. It's just another life lesson, alright? Learn from it. Learn from the experience, right? And that's what I've been doing, and just, you know, because, you know, if it keeps growing, if you know, it keeps producing, I mean, like, why, per se, quote unquote, get rid of it yet, right? And if anything, it's a experiment, right? So I can learn by doing it, right? Instead of assuming, or in theory it could work. Have you tried it? No, but in theory it can work. Yeah, that's called assuming, assumptions. I've never actually tried to do it, at least learn from it. You know, how many people, like, I'm not asking directly you guys per se. I know you guys, some of you garden, if not all of you. You know, how many people back in 2020 started gardening more? You know, you heard about it, people did it, right? But how many people are still doing it now, 4 or 5 years later, right? I mean, I know one person, they had to change place, so maybe they're gardening less or whatever, right? And some people have kind of, it faded away like a fad, but I mean, like, how many people have maintained it, right? Almost like a hobby. Knowledge is power. Sorry, I had to say it like that. I had to emphasize that. Let's see where am I at. Okay, I gotta make sure my battery's still going up, which is good. So yeah, like I said, I'm still sorting out these seeds here. Yeah, see, that's a dud. Oh, there's nothing in there. Oh, there's nothing in there. Oh, in there. See, some of these are duds, I can tell. Just because they're hollow on the inside. There is no seed on the inside. So, like I said, like... Oh, technically, but, oh, by the way, everyone. There's a video out in 7 hours from now. Less than 7 hours. There will be a video out. There will be a scheduled video out that may sprout your interest. So, and I threw in some humor in there too. you'll see. And not only that. Some humor, some gardening related thing. I did some editing specifically for this to sprout your interest in it a little bit more. We'll see. We'll see if my audience retention actually shows that. We'll see. I added in a few extra things in there because I was trying something out. I was just like, I needed to bring in something to start with. I'm like, oh, we'll see. Let's see how it all turns out. I kind of like it. What happened to it? It was just like, oh yeah, this wasn't that difficult to pull together. You'll when you see it, you'll be like, it was complicated, but I just broke it down into simple parts and just add the simple parts together to build upon that. Just like, gardening can be built on very simple parts, right? And you're just layering it in, right? Just like Howie says about layering those elements in. Well, I'm layering in the video elements, graphics in, amongst some other things. And a voiceover too. All right, Verna. Oh, nice, Verna. Oh. Oh, you guys are talking about Flint. Oh, yes. That rocks. So, yeah. I will show you. Hold on. Hold on a sec. Oh, just give me a sec. Hold on, I just gotta check. Okay. I'll wait a little bit longer. I think I'll show you guys something in a moment. Not quite right away. Although I gotta remove the overlays that I have on the screen. These are actually overlays on the screen. I have to remove them if I want to show you guys something on the camera here. But yeah. Speak of which, I probably should water these two while I'm at it. It would probably be a good idea. Word of a lie, I'm actually watering with rainwater. Or something that melted away into water. Yeah, I just said that. It's a little bit cold, but I guess it's fresh. Give a little bit to my onions here. You know what? Hold on. Let me temporarily roll this off the screen here. Hold on. Oop. I could remove that off the screen here. You'll still see it, but I will show you guys. Make sure I know which way my camera's facing. Alright, see. Yep. Where's my camera? Oh, here it is. See? Hold on, I gotta exit out of that. See? Ooh. I know they've been growing it on the south-facing side, really hoping that they'll be able to handle the rest of the winter, the season, until the spring again. That's the idea. Let me plug back in my phone here. So, hopefully it'll keep going there. I kind of been enjoying it actually. I've been every so often I've been adding it into my food that I'm consuming, whatever it is. Like if I have a soup, kind of rinse it off, cut it, and just add it on the top. Adds a little bit of flavor, variety in, some green in. I guess I'm getting some vitamin C since I'm not cooking it technically, and stuff like that. And basically, I just cut the longest one. Some of them are actually a foot and a half. Well, the longest one is a foot and a half at the moment. Although I'll probably cut it later, because I'll probably be using it to make a meal out of. Who knows? Maybe I'll make a video with it too. We'll see. I have an idea. Actually, I almost feel like I have another idea about a food video. And I've never tried it before. Maybe. I don't know. It'd be different. It'd be different, that's for sure. I don't know what it'll taste like. I could maybe. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe it might work. Might work. Welcome back. Yeah, 1 inch at a time. Into this 1 mil at a time. Exactly. I'm just helping Mother Nature along by the chop and drop or increasing the surface area. And besides, I gotta wait till the spring anyways. So I'll just kind of help Mother Nature along a little here. You know what's funny? I've noticed I saw a beetle, a fly, an ant, and what else did I see? I actually did see them outside, which is funny. I was just like obviously now the bugs kind of hibernate, go underneath, and because they don't like the cold. But I'm like, I see a fly. I see a beetle. Probably not as big as the one I showed in that video I did last year. Last year. But I was just like, I saw it. I kind of picked it up by a leaf and dropped it back into my leaf pile. And I'm like, here you go, man. Help me out. Help me out here, right? Help me turn it, break it down, and all that stuff. Maybe make some paths into the bed, and so we can, do all that thing and stuff like that. What's up, Ricky Geet? I see you in there. Hello. Don't you live down in the southern hemisphere of Ricky Geek? I don't know if I remember right. I always try to remember. Because technically, I know it's supposed to be. Supposedly, we're entering a La Nina season, which is bound or lower. So, hence, I ask. Later, Vernum. Yeah, I get the points, Howie. Yeah, I saw that. I saw your kind of correction on that. Yeah, it's all good. It's all good. I was just asking. But welcome. Or as other people say, hi. I almost started to say stuff like that now. People are like, why are you saying that? I'm like, I get it from my YouTube community. They say that. I start to say certain things too. I'm just like, yeah, you guys have a good influence on me at times. Actually, you know what? Because I saw Growing on Vancouver Island's video earlier today, and when I saw that video, I was just like, you know what? I'm gonna starting another batch of microgreens. Why not? We'll see. See how it turns out. It'll be a bit. I'll probably notice something within a couple. Today's Friday. Maybe I'll notice something by like Tuesday and Wednesday. If it definitely sprouts, then I might start another batch after the fact. Another succession of it, right? And kind of staggered production a little bit. So in time, every week there'll be another batch that comes into, I'd say bloom, but that's not probably the word I might use. That would sprout. I guess that's a better word to use in this case. You slipped in? Well, welcome. Anyways, it's all good. It's all good, Colin. It's all good. Whoa, that sounds like what I say, Howie. Need food and coffee. That's something I would say. I mean, I got the coffee here, at least. And since technically I can actually have these seeds. Oh. It almost slipped out of my hand. You probably won't hear it crack, but Ooh, there is a seed on the inside. I've been eating some of these every so often. Just put the shells in a container and just drop them back out there as much as possible. So yeah, hold on. I've actually been putting some of the seeds into some glass containers. I haven't been reusing some of these glass containers I have to put them into. See, you can hear it. Yeah, more or less freaky. Yeah, I just barely got into that. I just tried it out. I'm like, well, you know what? Other people are doing it. Let's try it out. And I got the seeds already, right? So I'm like, all I gotta do was just commit and try it out here. Try it out for myself. And see how it goes and such, right? Because it's like, I've had them every so often. I need to grow some more, actually. I think I will. That's one thing about microgreens or sprouts like that. You need quite a large quantity of it. Because those seeds never circulate back around into that circle of life, right? So you don't sprout them back into a full-fledged plant again. Which means, because you're having them when they're small, which means you have to replenish the seeds. Hence, grow them again or whatever, right? So that's why I've been thinking more and more on what to do with some of these extra ones. I'm like, well, maybe that's a good way of approaching it. Because I don't see myself growing like 1,000 sunflower plants. Although it may seem like it at times, but I'm like, yeah, I gotta remember to actually use the seeds and not just grow it. I mean, there's a reason why I have them, but one of the reasons. Hi, Huga. Hi, CB. Oh, I appreciate that, Ali. I appreciate that. Fist bump out. I fist bump on the way out. But if I can even say it right. Where am I at? Okay. Yeah, exactly. You need, because you're cutting off that circular part of the cycle, which means that you need to, like, let's say, whatever microgreens it is, right? If you can grow and get more seeds, substantial amount, yeah, you can keep that going. But microgreens is like, you're cutting that cycle of it, right? So which means you need to grow more or purchase or whatever more of them. It's just an eventuality. Because microgreens, you need a lot of seeds. Because like some of these videos I see, they're putting in like hundreds of seeds into like let's say a dish, bowl, tray, whatever that they do it with and stuff like that. And you can go smaller, but that's a lot of seeds, right? I mean, and you don't get those, and those seeds never, they germinate for a microgreen or a sprout, but you don't get that full-fledged plant again, which means you need to grow the full-fledged plants to get more or buy more seeds. It's just how it is. Hey, that's the word I should use. I should start using that word. It's got CR in it. I really should. Every so often I see these CR words. I'm like, I think I should start using them. Oh, but I mean, I've already started to use microgreens. It's got CR in it. I think that's another reason why I dipped into that. I'm like, well, it's on the right path on the channel, so to speak. I can incorporate it in. See how I just used that word? Remember, there's over 15,000 words out there that have CR in it. You know, I could do a whole live stream talking about it. I break it through a whole 8-hour live stream just talking about it. It's like, maybe I could. That could be an idea. Let me drop this down in my mental notebook here. Do Sierra vocabulary live stream. Dated for next week. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see how it all turns out and stuff like that. Just give me one. Well, actually, I keep forgetting I'm checking my phone. I need to check on something. Yep. Yeah. Sorry. I had to check on something real quick. And I was right. Well, not necessarily freaky, but I guess script would have Sierra in it too, right? Technically it does, right? And maybe in the description, cover it. It may be a reoccurring thing that I do. You see all these CR words? Maybe I'll be more creative with them, too, while I'm at it. Welcome back, Huga. Yeah, okay. It's all good, Huga. Hopefully you're doing well. It's nice to see you. Again, nice to hear from you. I can picture her voice saying, "Hi, CR," and I'll be like, "Hey, Huga." Yes. You know what? I haven't done a premiere for a while. It's because I haven't recorded a long enough video, technically. I hold on, let me check on it. Okay. I haven't done a premiere for a while because I haven't had a video long enough for it. There may be one for... Because usually if I do a premiere, if I'm doing a premiere, it's got to be long enough. Or else, like, because if it's like 2, 3, 4, even 5 minutes, it's just like some people don't join right away or get the notification late or whatever, right? And yeah, you could set up the premiere so it's like not a 2-minute countdown, but a 5. But some people come in late and they miss part of it, right? So that's why I want to make sure that the video content itself is long enough for the premiere to get proper timing, enough time for people. So. Because I don't want to do a premiere for a 2-minute video or a 3-minute video, maybe even 4. I'm almost thinking it's got to be at least 7, 8, 9, 10 minutes. Or maybe longer, for example. Yeah, exactly. That's when I miss it, because I was just like, by the time I get in there, the premiere is like ended already. I'm like, what? I just joined. You know, it's just a few minutes late, but it was only a few minutes long, so. I mean, there's some benefits to doing those premieres. Like, you get the live chat portion of it and stuff. Like, interact on the live chat. But if I'm going to be doing something like that, well, I want enough time so I can say something. And I'd be like, I gotta say all this stuff. The video's only 2 minutes long. I gotta say all this stuff right now. Go from there. Oh, yeah. Let's see. I'm gonna crack open this once. Let's see. Let's see. I don't know. You guys probably won't be able to hear it, but I don't know. Maybe you guys heard that cracking sound of the seed. It's dry. It's just dry so I can consume it. Hasn't been roasted or anything. Tastes good though. This was one of my larger seeds. Like I said, I'm thinning out some of the smaller ones. I have so many, I'm like, well, you know what, I think I can. If I had smaller amounts of it, then maybe I wouldn't thin so much, but since I have literally hundreds, I start to thin it out a little and kind of maintain a higher, not just a high quantity, but a higher quality of the seeds too, so size and stuff like that. As much as possible, you know, and chop and drop the smaller ones or whatever, right? Break them open. It's just so stuff like that. Oh, you're still in here, Colin? Nice, nice. Yeah, I actually had to use a paper funnel. I had to use a piece of paper and roll it like a funnel to get the seeds into the jar, so I wouldn't make a mess. I'm smelling the jar right now. Here, let's see if you can hear me. I smell food. When you watch that video later from me, you'll realize I'm like kind of like paraphrasing some of the stuff I said in the video already. Man, some of these seeds are just like so like awesome. When I look at them, I'm just like they're so quote unquote plump. So, some of my bear seeds I have. You know, like I said, the microgreens, like this whole container I have, it's not even full. This could easily go, I could easily go through these in like the winter season, easily. That's why I've been thinking I've been thinking more and more how I'm using these resources and why I'm doing certain things, such as growing this certain plants or whatever, trying to get more out of it. As much as possible, my reasoning for it, you know. What am I growing it for? Seeds, the pollinators, some of the chop and drop or whatever. I mean, especially if I'm utilizing the resources for multiple reasons, then I can justify growing more of them. Because I'm not just growing it for the seeds, I'm not just growing it for the pollinators, I'm not just growing it for some cover crop or whatever, or for some shade. I might be doing it for all those reasons. Which means that if I have issues like, oh, the seeds didn't work as well, they're too small, okay, that's okay. The pollinators had some fun. I could still chop and drop it. It gave me some shade, right? And maybe, half the leaves are gone on it. Well, I still got the seeds out of it, or whatever, right? I could still use part of it. So I'm like, okay. I've been thinking like that. And like I said, I'll actually pour just a handful out here. A handful of these out here. Make sure I know which. Sorry, my camera's at the bottom. Hold on. See? I'll move this on the screen too. Ooh, look. Look. Right here. Let me just. Sneak peek. And these aren't even the same ones that I showed. Or I will be showing. See, you guys are gonna sneak peek here. Oh, yeah. Like I said, some of them are pretty... Well, you know it. I figure I'd let you guys see that. You guys should know how I am with those words. I have my way with words. Yeah, now I gotta put them back in the container. Hold on. I gotta put them back in the container before I forget. I gotta remember every time I do these live streams with stage prompts or whatever, I gotta put the stage prompts back. Among some other things. Yeah, this batch was nice. This batch was nice. So, you guys, you'll definitely enjoy them in the next video. Like I said, I added in some humor and some knowledge in there and amongst some other things. So, I added in a lot into that. Once I check some of these seeds anyways. Yeah, see, some of them are duds, I could tell, but there's some that are extremely viable. So, oh. Where's that? No, there it is. So I've been adding them in every so often. chopping and dropping the smaller ones amongst the smaller ones. You wonder when sunflowers are in full bloom, are they as warm as the sun? Oh, okay. I see what you did there. I see you. I see. You're trying to sprout the interest on the side chat. That's what you're doing, Freaky. Just saying. It's all good. It's all good. It's all good. It's something I would do, right? It's something I would so do. Something I would so say. Now, this reminds me of something because I was looking at my indicator on this. There's a reason you're... or derailed the topic, yeah, that too. No, I have to mention that I've been having problems with my microphone on the StreamYard side. This is why you'll see at the bottom, you'll, I don't know if it actually says it. I think I know in the last live stream that I've used the app, it says it, but I've been using the Prism Live app. I've shown this app before in the test and all that stuff, but I've been having problems with StreamYard, and I know Colin's aware of it, and some other people are aware of it. It just suddenly happened. It's not a deal breaker, but I do have some technical issues over there right now, specifically with it, so that's why I haven't been using it. And this is why I've actually been using the Prism Live app. I'm gonna have a contingency on it, although I've been thinking about some of these other ones, trying it out, like Restream or EVMux or amongst some other ones. Because I still have that problem over on the StreamYard side. Because when I was I actually originally set up the stream on the StreamYard side. The schedule. Because over on, what I'm using here is, like I said, Prism Live, right? All I have to do is direct find that schedule and click on it. And then, yeah, it leads me to this. So, that's one thing I do like. The only thing I don't like about this app is that I can't use my wireless mic. It's not supported, unfortunately. But there is other benefits, like I said. Things I can do here that are kind of cool, like, stuff like this. This, you definitely cannot do on some of those other apps for streaming. That's why I kind of like this. It's kind of more interactive when I'm doing this. I can move this around. I can add in video overlay, graphical overlays and stuff like that. It's kind of... yeah. Well, Freaky, I haven't had major issues. I have workarounds, and it's a very technical thing. I don't know exactly why it keeps doing it for me. And the thing is, sometimes it'll stop. I mean, not stop, but it'll work. Then suddenly out of nowhere, stop working. And I've had that issue where it's like, hey, see your mic or whatever, right? I'm like, oh, not again. I thought I solved it, right? And it just suddenly appeared. And all that stuff. And just like... because, not to get really technical, but I tried it with other things, and I'm pretty sure it's specifically due to StreamYard. There's a technical issue. Is that, I try something else and it works, right? Like right now. I'm an hour into the stream, no technical issues with my mic. And I'm using the exact same device, same input in and all that stuff, right? The only difference is that the app I'm using, right? So for some reason, there's a communication error. Or some quote-unquote glitch or issue with it. I'm like, it's not a deal breaker, but it's kind of different. And unfortunately, Prism Live, as far as I know, cannot support panel talk. So I cannot add people like StreamYard or whatever. So, we'll see. We'll see my next couple of streams how I want to approach it. We'll see how it goes down. I mean, I have workarounds and some contingencies for it, but it's kind of inconvenient because I have to do it in a certain way. I mean, some people that I've talked to already know about this. I've explained this a couple of times. I just want to make sure other people know. So there's a reason why you're seeing it this way right now. I was like, well, thank goodness for Prism Live, which I found out from some other content creators. I'm like, so I tried it out. I'm like, and I've had this app right for a bit. I just haven't used it for a while because I was always using the streamer. Well, I'm having strong issues with it, so I got to come back to this. And I do like using this. Don't get me wrong. It's kind of, like I said, it's kind of fun to be able to do stuff like this. I can add some other things in here, providing I can swipe correctly. Here I can, I could show. Let's see here. For example, here. I think this is the. I think this is the. I thought this was the one. No, it's not it. Where is it? I thought I could add this in. Oh, maybe I have too much running. Like, for example, I should be able to add this into this. No, it's because it's probably behind it, isn't it? See, right here. See, I can put these. If I want, how people share screen on StreamYard and other apps. I mean, technically you could do it through OBS, Open Broadcasting Software, but see how I can add in a screen overlay of, like, YouTube, for example, right? Basically a website, all right? Now, I can't actually navigate through it. I can show you it. So if I was showing you guys a website or something like that, or my channel, I could actually probably direct it right to it. So I could put this on screen, for example. Honestly, it's incognito, but yeah, you could see something like that, which is kind of cool. Let me remove that off the screen. All right, Colin, you're still listening? Cool. Amongst some other things I can do too, which is quite nice. Let me, I'll show you guys this when let me remove the CRI that I should be able to. How come is it because I'm trying to bring out the chat on the screen too, that I can actually overlay it on the screen. For some reason, it's not doing it for me the way I want it to. Yeah, it's all good, I guess. I don't know why I can't add that widget in. I can add in stuff like this, for example, right? And just to show you guys, like I said, if I bring my camera back on the screen here to show you guys, see, look, that's overlaid on the screen. So if I was showing something, I could put overlays on the screen for this. Take care, Free Cookie. Appreciate you taking a little bit of time to drop by. Appreciate it, of course. I thought that was just kind of cool. When I first saw this and started using it, I was like, oh yeah, this is kind of cool. I can add in certain little things or whatever, right? Now, it'd be better if I was using like a tablet or a larger display. Because I could do things on this. I don't know if I can. No, that's not it. I didn't show it the last few times, so let's see here. Let's see if I could show it. I haven't done this for a while. I guess on the bright side, I guess I'll remember how I do this. I guess I could, here's something right here. Is it on screen? No, it's probably not on screen, is it? Oh, no. Oh, definitely. Come on. There we go. See, here's a timer right here. I could start this timer right here. I'll add something back on the screen. While I'm added to, I can do all this stuff. Let's see here. I can add in. Well, I'll put this back in. you know, look, I could start a timer, right? So if you were, for example, on Streamer, there is this by default, even with the free edition, this 30-second countdown. Well, I could do something like that. Now this doesn't have audio with it, but look, I could do this countdown thing. So if I was doing this, starting the stream with this, I could be like, okay guys, I'm about to start the stream. Isn't it, 30 seconds left? Or whatever, something like that. This is just something built in by default. You can add your own and stuff like that. I thought this was kind of cool, actually, when I was doing this. I can do all this fancy stuff. I just thought this was kind of cool. Oh, and by the way, you can actually record video with this too, by the way, and do this other stuff, which is kind of cool. I've actually incorporated this in. It's kind of cool in this way. I think this is why it sprouted my interest. Ta-da! Right? And all that stuff. Let's see here. Yeah, I'll show you guys something here. I think this is the one. Yeah, should be the one, see? Set that to loop. Right, so I can actually just leave this on the screen, overlay this on the top right here. I could just keep this on the screen right here. All right. When you see this, the chat is on the side. It's just overlaid on top, right? And you'll be able to scroll for it. You can't pin or highlight, by the way. So, just in case you're wondering. And they also have these things too. Actually, oh wait. Where's that arrow? No, that's not it. No, that's yeah, see? I can do that. Whatever, these are just built in. And all that stuff. So I thought this was kind of cool. Where's that one thing? I want to show you guys this one thing. I didn't get it to work last time. We'll remove that temporarily. No, I can't. Why isn't that bringing that menu back up? I'm trying to bring this one part back in. No, that's not it. No, that's not it. I don't know why I can't do it right now. I used to be able to, right on the screen. I've actually shown this before. I don't know why I can't do it right now. Unless they've changed this. And like I said, I can write in the chat too from this. Just I can enter in chat right here. All that stuff. So I'll probably go. What time is it? I'll go to the top of the hour. Top of the hour. At least. So 9 a.m. Pacific, noon Eastern. For everyone. And I appreciate everyone dropping by on this live stream, like always. Alright? You guys are awesome. Yeah, there we go. See, I can. See? Exactly. I see the dot. So yeah, I can write in the chat too, so I can interact, which is kind of cool. So, I mean, it's not perfect, it's not ideal for everything, but there's lots of functionality with this, which I kind of like. And I can add some things in, among some other things I can do. Oh, I gotta make sure I put some of these seeds away. I haven't sorted some of these. These, I've been drying them out on an open tray. Because one of the things I will say that I did not say in the video that you will see later is that one of the issues I had last year was not properly drying the seeds out accordingly. and not taking the time. So this year, to avoid any of those issues and not make the same mistakes again, I've decided to be a little bit more proactive about it. And it seems like it's probably the way I should be doing it. So I think from now on, I'll probably do it like this from now on. Because I had issues last year where I decided not to remove the seeds from it, which I probably should have. And they didn't dry that great, and I had issues on the back of on the flower head and all this stuff because it was still on it. And it was just like, yeah, let's avoid all this. Because I did have some issues on my, and I had issues with the one I had last year that I named after someone because, yeah, that didn't pan out either. I'm like, so after going through those things last year, I'm like, this year I was like, yeah, let's not do that. That wasn't great on my behalf. I'm like, yeah, I can do better. I can do better. I can do better. So you just keep, I'm just, don't do this. I think from now on, I think I will do it like this. It wasn't that difficult. Takes a little bit more time up front, effort up front, but I think I'll save more time later down the road because it actually dries faster. And I can actually harvest it better or more of it. Now we are not losing some of the harvest because of it rotting or molding or anything like that. Because actually I had that issue. I was just like, yeah, let's not do that. I even had it drying out in like over a warm spot in the window. I still had that issue. I was just like, yeah, I need to not do that because that's not gonna cut it. I mean, thank goodness I'm learning this now, right? While it's relatively easy, nothing major is happening or whatever, I'm learning this, right? I'm like, yeah, let's not do it how I did last year. Let's do this what I'm doing right now or this year. Because this works a lot better. A lot better. And I guess, just like in anything out there, even in the gaming world, right, you gotta practice. Alright? Because metaphorically speaking, and as an analogy to the gamers out there, I play games too, by the way, every so often. Not as much as I used to, but I do. Is that sometimes you gotta practice. Even in the gaming world, you're gonna practice. In the gardening world, you're gonna practice sewing. You gotta practice to a certain degree, right? In the preparedness community, it's like training, right? It's like practicing, right? You're gonna practice, get more proficient at it, right? Even what? Major sports, hockey, football, baseball, rugby, all soccer, they're practicing every so often, right? Because you gotta keep training muscle memory, develop it as muscle memory, develop new tactics, in the gaming world, sports are like that, right? Adapting to things, right? Always adding to that knowledge bank, that arsenal that you have of tools that you can use at your disposal for whatever it is, right? It's just like sports have the plays, football, hockey have the plays, right? Set ways of doing certain things. So if this happens, you do this, for example, right? Because in the preparedness community, right, you have that too, where if this happens, you do this. Okay, but that didn't happen. The other thing happened. Okay, it's like a tree that migrates. So, for example, do I need to bug out? Yes or no? Is the place endangered? Yes. You start answering these questions, and then you work down towards this predetermined path based on the initial starting of the tree, right? So it's just like, see, hockey is like that too, where you have certain plays where someone starts something and you follow their lead, right? And you make it so, well, in hockey terms, a scoring chance. Or in terms of preparedness, this is everyone's gonna be on the same page, your group, family, whatever, is all gonna be on the same page. What's up, Tuck? How are you doing there? Oh, if Tuck's here, maybe I'll go a little longer. I'll go a little longer. You know, if my side chat's pumping, I'm gonna go a little bit longer. Why not? I guess it would be prudent if I actually make sure my phone's charging too. I'm at it. I'm glad I'm checking on this. But yeah. How's it going, man? Hopefully you're doing well. No, let me bring back something back on the screen here. I thought I had it. Oh, here it is. Let me bring this back on the screen here. I'll just randomly move this around. It's like, top right, bottom left, top left, bottom right, top right, middle. I'll just keep that. I'll just keep it right there. You know what's funny? I can actually, if I size, no, I guess I can't size it down that small, but alright. Let's keep it on screen. Oop. Yeah, it's all good. It's all good. I've had people come in. It's all good. It's all good. I expect that. I know people are doing stuff. It's Friday, right? I'm doing stuff too, right? You know, chime in, say hi. You know, don't need to work, just chime in. If you gotta do stuff, I get it, right? I do too at times, right? So, because everyone knows when I visit other streams, right? You know, I make as much time as possible, but if I gotta go, I gotta go. Which is how it is, right? But I'll try to reconnect with you guys as long as much as possible, just for what it is. Really, man? Sorry, I heard you say hello, CR, and my earbuds died. I thought you would have checked to make sure that you were like topped off the charge. By the way, I guess you forgot. Maybe your base unit on your headset's not, or you forgot. Yeah. It's like, oh yeah, I forgot to charge it last night. Whoops. Oopsie. Yeah. So like I was saying, you know, come by as you can, right? I get it how it is. It's just the way it is. For the live streaming and stuff like that, drop in as much as you can, you know? Because I'll admit it, that certain topics interest me a little bit more, while others maybe a little bit less. Because I don't know what to say in some of these topics at times. I don't know what to say. So I don't know what to say. But if it's something I'm interested in, you know, they're gonna be talking about this. I'll be like, I'm totally in for it, right? But then there are topics I'm like, I don't know what to say. You know, like I can say hi to the chat, to the host, and all that stuff. But I feel like I'm not interacting as much, so I don't know exactly what I would say. Hence, sometimes I'm not there. However, like I said, if the topic really interests me, I'm there, and you can see I'm interacting on the side chat a lot more. A lot of the time, if you see me interacting on your guys' side chat a lot, it means you're very interested or I have lots to say, which means that your interaction rate is going to be high. You know, not just the concurrent viewers, but the comment section is just flying, right? And stuff like that. Because it's always nice to have interaction on the side chat anyways. Because live streaming without a side chat is more difficult than people realize. If you got stuff to say, you know, it's fine. You don't even need the side chat or even look at the side chat. But if you're bouncing ideas back and forth or talking about something and you want to get some constructive feedback, it's nice to have the side chat. I find anyways. Yeah, Hugo's still here. Oh, you had to do that, eh? Yeah, yeah, that kind of sucks. Yeah, just how it is. This is like I gotta relocate a few things. It's just like if you're organizing something, sometimes or cleaning, you gotta move things around so to open up the space or get to the space. All right. I mean, I mean sometimes if I'm going for a backpack or something like that, and then you see these every so often with certain videos that show a bag, it's just like, let you set this up on the table because there's more room, and it'll show you guys the content, the gear, and all that stuff. And someone's like, someone, someone that just released a video about that, right? And it happens because you need the space for it, the physical space to lay it out. I like that too, which is nice when you have the space. I mean, I probably could do a whole stream about space and organization. I mean, I'm not the best at it, but I also realize that I gotta do it at times for whatever it is. Who CB's working. It's all good. It's all good. Hey, at least you're chiming in every so often, right? Just chime in every so often, right? Because I know that interaction. They're looking for that. So, I think that's why I tend not to work overly. I'll say something, even if it's a random thought or my commenting randomly. Or smiley face emoji and all that stuff, and just keep engaging on the side chat. And so you know that the chat's still going, that the chat didn't freeze, or did I freeze or anything? Can everyone hear me? And all that stuff. It's just so that interaction keeps going and stuff like that, and just chiming it in or listening or whatever, or even if you gotta be BRB, AFK. Hey, I'm away from keyboard and listening through Bluetooth or whatever. I get it. I get it because I do too. And you hear me say it here and see me with text saying it on the screen, on the side chats from other people or the host. Yeah. I don't know if I should actually say that out loud or not. Yeah, I get what you mean, Huga. I get what you mean. I totally get what you mean. Speaking of which, I probably should be proactive and actually put some of these seeds away. I really should actually be doing this. I might as well multitask while I'm doing this. Alright, I should be proactive, right? Even though this is not necessarily a prepping type of stream, but I should probably do this anyways, because I've been talking about it among some other things. Yeah. Definitely among some other things I need to do. Yeah, definitely. Reorganize. See, I'm not even kidding, guys. Some of the stuff I really do have to reorganize. I'm not even kidding. Like, well, you might not see this all the way because I have overlays on the screen right now, but yeah. Yeah, that's what it was. Right? Like I said, I do have some of this stuff. I don't necessarily use it all the time, obviously, right? I don't really like to use it, right? But if need be, contingency, right? I'd rather not. I'd rather not use disposable stuff. But I realize the importance if water's highly limited, let's just say. So I realize that. That is the reason why I have it, for that reason. And this is just stuff I had from the past, right? I've been purchasing anything new for this. This is just stuff I still had. I was just like, yeah, you know what? I'll put it back to good use and something like that, right? Why get rid of something like that when it still can be still useful? So I figured, you know what? I'll keep it on the back, in the backstage, in reserve and stuff like that, just to keep it going and use it as I can. I've been working on that actually a little bit more. as I've been watching some more videos and live streams, people talking about it, I'm like, yeah, I think I'll start doing that a little bit more, you know? I mean, I'm doing it right now. And besides, next Friday's yes, I'm pretty I'm pretty sure I scheduled it for next Friday. Yeah, next Friday on the 15th of November, there will be another PREP stream for me at about 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 Eastern. So drop by on that one. I'm working the content in for that stream, amongst some other things I will probably talk about, and and stuff like that. So I figured I might as well start getting ready for that a little bit more. And the stream I have for next week, it says live with Sierra. I may change the title. There may be an additional stream next week. I don't know. I have to see. I have to see if I could squeeze it in. There may be something I haven't. There may be one additional thing I might add in there. We'll see. We'll see which one I want to do. Because one of them, I need the gear for it. And the video one. The other one, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how it all turns out. Hold on a sec. Alright, I'm back. Sorry about that. That's why I moved the things on the screen so you can make sure I'm still there. See, I actually had to mute that. So, I am back. You know how it is. Like I've always said. Oh, Sierra's on live. What's going now? That's always seems to be a thing. I actually had to answer that. It was a little bit more important than usual, so I had to give a little bit of time, right? Sometimes you gotta give some time in the real world, right? This is kind of a virtual environment, right? As everyone's aware. I know other people are like that too, right? You know, they put the real world first, you know. They go on hiatus or they're away on said platform for a bit, so I get that. Because I go through that too. And stuff like that. I'm thinking about just cutting the stream. I'm thinking about it actually. Unless otherwise, but I'll go for a little bit longer at least. Before I got derailed on that. Make sure I say what I want to say. And do what I want to do. Among some other things. Oh yeah, so like I was saying. I need to actually reorganize some of this stuff. Yeah. You're probably like, what's that sound here? Oatmeal packets. You know, stuff like that. These, I use like on the road or something like that. Camping, something like that. I don't usually day to day have these. Because usually the oatmeal I have is from a bigger package. You know, that's like in a drawer that's like, that I keep in a glass container, actually. Speak of which, I should check on it while I'm at it. Yeah, it's so good. I'm just making sure there's nothing in it. Oh yeah, I forgot I put these air seeds in here. So yeah, I even have more. I'll show you guys. Why not? I'm not even joking. No. See? Look. Yeah. Not even kidding. Container's full. Just double checking. Just almost like doing inventory, but I'm also double checking. Just in case something slipped through the cracks while I was doing the, just taking a look, inspecting. Alright, just making sure. Not assuming anything, because sometimes things just slip through the cracks, as they say, right? So, making sure that nothing snuck in with it. I've seen it before. Actually, I know I have. When I first started this recovering the seeds. Because, like, literally, I just brought it inside, like, and it just, yeah, there was, every so often there would be something in with it, but nothing major. It was just one or two at the most, so, and something that they expected. I mean, that's how it goes, so. I've also learned from that, too. Where am I at? 1:36? Or an hour 36? Yeah, you know what? I'll go for another 9 minutes. I'll go to quarter after the hour. Just because, just kind of round it up to a nice number. With some other things. And do things too. Actually, there is something definitely I gotta do. I need to double check my soroids. And some other things. I really hope I did not put too much water. Maybe I should. It almost feels like I put too much water with these microgreens. I'll pour some out. I can always add more water if necessary, but I don't want to drown it too. Give it a little bit of time. I don't need the seeds rotting out by doing it either. So the balance of water and air in it, give it some time, and hopefully it will sprout by next Friday. Hopefully, because ideally it would be nice if it sprouted by the time I do that stream next Friday. Ooh, next Friday night for me. Okay. I'm looking forward to it. Hopefully the tech will hold out and I won't have any technical issues that derail the stream and all that stuff. Yeah. I kind of dislike when that happens. It's almost like a deal breaker at times. Especially if you're doing like a topic or whatever that's very interesting, or you're engaging with your audience so much and then you have technical issues, it somehow always breaks the stream. Like, not physically, but like spiritually breaks the stream because it derails, and then all this other stuff tends to happen because of it. I'm like, alright. So hopefully it won't. And I don't know if I'll actually do it with a panel. I don't know. I'll have to see. I'll have to see how I'm gonna do it. I might actually do it with EV Mux. There may be another test stream I might do with EV Mux just to make sure the audio is actually working before I start doing a quote unquote proper or actual live stream with an actual topic, right? So if you randomly see a live stream notification that says tester, yeah, or something like that, or see they're trying something out, or I'm testing something out. Well, yeah, drop by so you can help me out on that, right? Give me a 5x5 on that and be like, yeah, it works, you know? Because I figure if I try it for a half an hour, and it's still good enough, I should be good. Especially if I don't see any issue within the first 20 minutes. Yeah. Man, this coffee's good. So, my standard, about 5 minutes. About 5 minutes here. Rotate my plant around so I can get some sunlight. Oh, it just looks so good for what it is. I mean, I'm actually just really pleasantly surprised how well this one plant is doing. Because I don't, like, at times I always feel like these things I hear about gardening, I'm like, you know, I know some of the stuff is like, really to the point, how do I say this? There's some hard rules when it comes to gardening, I guess, right? But then I'm like, okay, there is some leeway, right? In some of these things, a certain range and stuff like that. Some of these plants have tolerances a little bit, right? Because also, you know, these plants are not to handle, like, you know, 2 feet of snow, but, I mean, I've seen some kind of handle a little bit of mild frost, let's just say, you know. For example, I'm like, oh, maybe some of them have a little bit more better tolerance than I think, you know. This is something I would never notice until I actually do it, right? Because, like I said, there is these hard rules at times. But I'm like, other times I'm just like, well, it's still producing something, you know. It's not like it's wilting or dying off the plant. I'm like, it's still quote unquote thriving, and I'm like, yeah, no, keep it going. Why not? Part of the experiment, right? Part of the experiment process of it. Trying to learn by doing, not just right? Because maybe I'll discover something that, hey, maybe there is more potential than I think. Maybe it's not as difficult as it seems. Maybe I could do this here for where I am, right? For what I have, right? You know, I get some sunshine right now because my face is in the sun right now. It feels nice and warm. And just so, I'll show you guys. Let me exit here. Ah, dang it. I knew I forgot something. I have something sitting in the shade that I didn't want in the shade because I forgot about it. I would show you guys one last thing here. Let me bring this on screen here. Oh, and come on. Yeah, see? I'll show you guys right here. See? Still chopping and dropping. Look at that. Yeah, so you see right there, look how far I'm going down on this. In terms of, like, yeah, see. Look at that. Look at that. Chopping and dropping it in. Like I said. And with that, I guess it's my 2-minute warning for the live stream. And apparently I had a leaf stuck to my sleeve here. I'll just drop that back into the ground. Among some other things. Close the door here. Among some other things. So I appreciate everyone dropping by. There may be another live stream before the ones I've already scheduled, or an additional live stream in there. You'll have to take a look. Right? I'll try to give as much notification as possible. And if you follow me over on Instagram, over on IG, you will see a notice over there. So you can check if you follow me over there or whatever. You can be like, "Hey, you see her gonna be live?" I'll actually say it. It's part of my thing now. I start to use this kind of thing that Instagram has where I can say something to my viewers, right? So now I say live on YT. As part of that. Oh, he must be live. He wrote it down. He communicated that out and all that stuff. And I will actually bring one additional thing in here. Bring this up on actually. Bring this up on screen. So everyone, go out there, do something awesome out there. Come on, click. Some of these overlays at times. There we go. So do something awesome out there like always. Let me full screen this better. Because, well, there we go. Things are changing out there, but we can adapt too. Practice those skills and knowledge the best that you can. And go help someone whenever possible. Do what you can out there, right? And like my banner says on the channel, and I'll say it right now, go create a better future starting today. Today, right now, this minute. Do what you can. Start growing something or whatever in a windowsill. Get ready for winter, do all this kind of stuff, right? Okay. Pick up a new hobby. Take up sewing, gardening, or whatever. Pick up something awesome, right? And enjoy your TGIF time. And I'll catch you all next time. Take care, everyone.